This is Mardi Gras 2018. Broadcast live from Hargrove Automation and Controls in downtown Mobile.
All right, Mobile's finest, making sure the streets are clear and ready for the Polka Dots, as we are too. We are excited from our new location here at Hargrove Automation and Controls. I'm Darwin Singleton.
I'm Tara Reeves, host of Gulf Coast Today at 12:30. We come on right after the news show.
News. Yeah, and I'm sure you've seen Tara and Kelly Foster and also Jake Dunn co-hosting with you. But I have you tonight, and actually through Mardi Gras, so we're going to have a good time.
I'm so excited, of course, starting out with the Order of Polka Dots. They were the first female crew to actually parade here in Mobile, which is extremely exciting because I know we've had a lot of fun on social media between New Orleans mayor and then our Mobile mayor kind of throwing shots about Mardi Gras. Of course, it started birthplace in Mobile, but New Orleans is trying to say that it's better in NOLA. I disagree.
Well, have you seen the billboards they put up? That the tourism division in Alabama has put up billboards that says you're just 114 miles from the real Mardi Gras or the original Mardi Gras. So, you know, Mardi Gras is real to everybody that celebrates it. No matter where you are or how you do it, you can own a little slice of Mardi Gras because you can make it whatever you want it to be.
Absolutely. And what I'm doing this year, of course, last year was my first year to cover Mardi Gras. You're a vet. So I was overwhelmed with how much stuff that I got last year, so I brought my own plastic bag. This thing is going to be overflowing, and then I have a second bag for all the stuff that we're going to catch, because if you want to catch a number of throws, you have to come to Hargrove Automations and Controls, because this is where all of the throws are going to land.
Oh, that's right. They throw them at us, and if they don't hit here, they fall there, don't they? Oh, yeah, it's great. So you've got to come and spend some time with us. And we have given you plenty of opportunities, by the way, to enjoy Mardi Gras, because there are a lot of parades downtown. We're going to go through them right now, the ones that we are covering here on UTV 44 WJTC. And, of course, tonight, Tara, we're starting out with the Order of Polka Dots. But tomorrow night?
It's going to be Order of Inca. Then we're taking a couple of days off for the weekend, February 5th, back at it, with Order of Venus and Order of Many Faces.
That's a really cool crew, too, because they were the newer crews. Of course, Venus has been around for a while, but Order of Many Faces, they actually costume and dress up as different people, famous people, so that's a lot of fun. And, of course, the wonderful women of the Order of Lachey, that's coming up on February 6th and February 8th. The Mystic Stripers will take to the streets of downtown Mobile. These are all of the parades you will see right here on UTV 44.
February 9th, of course, jumping right back in with Crew of Columbus, and then February 10th, Mystics of Time. I want to note that February 7th is, of course, our rain day, depending on what happens with the weather. It's crazy here along the Gulf Coast.
Okay, and, of course, after the MOTs on February 12th, the Infant Mystics and Order of Doves. And that is Mardi Gras, of course, the day before Mardi Gras. And February 13th, Fat Tuesday, it is all on UTV 44. That evening parades of Mamga and Order of Myths. Of course, we have an entire day full of parades on NBC 15 on Fat Tuesday during the day. And we do want to mention, though, that the
Mardi
Gras, which is going to be the Infant Mystics, they start at 7:30. All the rest of the broadcast is going to be at 6:30. But we'll remind you of that as we go along.
Yes, and we're so excited, of course. The crew, our crew, UTV 44, has been working so hard. We had Kristen out here decorating. We have Jared in the booth, and then we have Vanya and Ed working the cameras. It takes a lot, and we had a lot of casualties last year, including our monitor here in front of the front camera. And then we even had Jared in engineering, Mike, working on our nice little spotlight because it was busted last year. We had to get a new one. They had to repair it. So
it gets brutal up here sometimes.
It does.
But you'll see.
I had to bring a mask last year. I didn't bring it tonight, so we'll see.
I may bring a bike helmet this year.
Yeah. We were talking, actually, with Brandy back at the station. Did we need to wear helmets, bike helmets? Football helmets.
Yeah,
Jared offered some football helmets from UTV 44 Game of the Week.
Or we could just be really good at catching stuff.
Yes.
All right. So we've got a lot happening. Plus, we've got some great folks that are going to be visiting with us. First of all, we want to really thank our sponsor for the balcony, Hargrove Automations and Controls. They are our big sponsor this year for our coverage. And we have Police Chief Lawrence Batiste. He's coming up to talk with me about things you need to know before we go into carnival season. And you have a couple of guests over here.
I do. We actually have someone who's no stranger to Gulf Coast today, Jonesy Jones and the Crown Jewels. She actually performed on our Music from from the stack segment, so really excited to see her. She was here last year.
And the year before.
A phenomenal job. And then we had to bring back Cammie from Cammie's Old Dutch because we love the ice cream. Everyone's been going crazy about the Mardi Gras flavored ice cream that Bluebell does. Cammie can outdo it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you got to check it out. We can't give you any through the TV, but we can taste it for you.
Yes,
and we will do that. All right. So we've got a lot coming up, and we're going to get ready to bring you all of the action of the parade. Of course, don't forget that's why we're here. So that's coming up in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, we're going to take a break, get resituated. I'm going to send you over to the entertainment balcony, and Police Chief Batiste standing by to talk with us. So don't go away.
Yep. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back to our coverage of Mardi Gras 2018 on UTV 44 and mynbc15.com. We're streaming live. If you've got some relatives somewhere that wants to get in on Mobile's Mardi Gras, but they just can't make it, tell them to go online. We're here waiting on them. All right, we have a special guest with us, Chief Lawrence Batiste of the Mobile Police Department, who is experiencing his first Mardi Gras as police chief.
First Mardi Gras as police chief.
What do you think?
The 28th as a law enforcement officer, I'm really looking forward to this year.
Okay, well, I'm going to quiz you a little bit on things that we need to know about Mardi Gras, see if the chief knows what they are. Chief, it's easy to come down here and get so excited and have fun that you forget where you are and what you should be doing. And there are some do's and don'ts. And I guess maybe the biggest thing we have to remember is those barricades.
Correct. Well, you know, we would encourage people to make sure that as they come down here to not cross barricades, in particular at critical times when the floats and stuff are passing. You know, the officers are pretty flexible when there's nothing going on to allow you across, but once the parade is in your area and is crossing your area, please do not cross those barricades.
It's for your own safety.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely, because if somebody gets hit by a horse or a vehicle or a float, I mean, that just messes up your Mardi Gras. I mean, and it could really hurt you.
Of course, one, it slows down the parade because we have to provide the medical attention that's necessary for the injury. And second, then, you know, if you're not injured, then we have to deal with, you know, are we going to arrest you or
no, you don't want that.
Whatever else that goes along with that.
What are some other things we need to remember? Because you were saying a few minutes ago that we really need to look out for each other and respect each other.
Well, you know, there are a number of things that we would encourage people. One of the things is when you get down here, a lot of people come down early. Make sure they pay attention to the parking signs. One of the things that we have a lot of problems with is people will come down and say, well, I didn't see the sign. Make sure you look for the signs in the area that you're parking so that your vehicle doesn't end up being towed.
Those signs are pretty obvious. I mean, they're pretty bright.
They are pretty obvious. The other thing is to make sure you're being courteous to the people that are around you. Everybody that comes out here, you know, Mobile is built as a family-friendly Mardi Gras.
Yes, it is.
And we want everybody to come down here to have a great time. And so in order to do that, you have to pay attention to your surroundings, and you have to be courteous to those that are around you as well.
Yes, you do, because we're all sharing these streets.
Yes.
And then again, if we see something that doesn't look right, that's the time we need to find one of the guys and gals in blue.
Correct. You know, we try to have officers at every intersection. And so if you see something going on that you find to be strange or suspicious, go to that officer and you know, yank his coattail and say, hey, I see thus and so going on. And if they don't respond, they'll at least get a team to respond. We have a number of personnel down here. This is one of the largest events that we put on every year as far as manpower. So we have plenty of officers in the area.
You know, I brag to people that aren't familiar with Mobile. I say, we can throw a parade in 15 minutes. I guess we technically could, but there's a lot of planning that goes in it. We got the mounted parole. They even train for other folks other departments to learn here. Does it ever really, do you stop for a moment and say, wow, this is really amazing that we can do this, that we can pull this off? Because a lot of cities are just go, I don't think we can handle that.
You know, the first year I arrived here at the city as the chief, I've worked with the county, but when our special operations started putting together the operations plan, and I looked at all of the different parts that went into putting on this event. I was truly amazed. Our traffic unit, I mean, they work from the time the sun comes up till the last float pulls back into the barn. And it's really a dangerous job because a lot of people don't pay much attention to motorcycles, you know, going up and down the road, pulling floats, trying to make sure intersections are clear, making sure that we have, again, our back streets where we have thoroughfares so officers to respond to emergency situations, our mounted unit, the things that they do down here. And of course, you know, the climate that we live in our country today that, you know, people take these type of opportunities to maybe do harm to communities. So we have our SWAT team out providing some additional protection. We also have a number of personnel that are what we just call quick response units that can help us address problem areas.
I guess the thing that we need to know is you'll see the police down here, and then you won't see the police down here. There are people that are watching out for our safety that we may never see and never know they're there. So it's just good to know that we're protected down here, especially when we bring our little ones down here. We want them to be safe, and that's another thing. If you have a missing child, I guess you guys would be the first folks that we would go to.
One, if you have a missing child, first thing again, you want to make sure that our first officer you come to, you let them know that you have a missing child. If you have a picture of them, make sure you get that to the officers because we can disseminate that as well. And if you do have a missing child, usually our command post that we take our children, if we find them, is to our central events, which is located on Dolphin Street, across from Cathedral Square. So that's where you can probably, first place you can check if you have lost your child after you've spoken to the officer.
Might be a good idea to take a picture of your child before you leave the house so you'll have that current picture and say, hey, this is what he or she looks like. We'll find them faster.
Correct.
All right. Chief Batiste, I wish we could talk to you longer, but we've got a parade coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
Well, we wish you the best on this first big opportunity to show that you can run a department during Mardi Gras.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
Thank
Chief
you,
Batiste,
Darn.
thank you so much. We're going to toss over to the entertainment balcony right now because Jonesy Jones and the Family Jewels standing by.
Privileged to be hanging out with Jonesy Jones and the Crown Jewels right now. And Jonesy, you're a celebrity. Not only were you featured on Gulf Coast Today, but recently you were on the arts issue of Mobile Bay Mag. Is that experience for you?
That was so awesome. I'm so grateful for that. It was such a surprise as well. Big shout out to Mobile Bay Magazine for that. Yes.
And then your name, Jonesy Jones and the Crown Jewels. That's an interesting name. Where did that come from?
Well, actually, Crown Jewels, crowned are our thoughts. We think great things into existence. We speak, that's our jewels. We speak that into existence. We talk about peace. We live in peace. That's our motto, LIP. Lip, we speak it. So crown are your thoughts. Jewels are what we speak. So we speak peace into existence. That's our thing. That's where it comes from.
Power of positivity. And then I want to touch on this CD. Is this already out for our viewers to be able to go and get?
It's already out. We do have the physical copies. Also, you can download it on iTunes. You can download it on Amazon. Any site you can download this. It's called Jonesy 316 Crown Jewels Band.
All right, Jonesy, I'm going to let you guys take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. Jonesy Jones, you can leave out the yoke. I'm about to get up and go. Keep the petty messing away from round and bro. Say we living in peace. I'm crowning young. Crown jewels, people, you're my concern, yeah. You see the world gonna keep a turning, yeah. We gotta keep from burning, yeah, yeah. Got my speech on, this is your warning.
Let's go.
You need to keep that peace on your mind, yeah. You gotta keep that peace on your mind, yeah.
LIP.
On your mind, yeah, yeah. That peace on your mind, yeah. Come on, King.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Hey. 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 Come on. Hey. 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 Come on. Hey. Come on. Hey. 1, 2, let's go.
Oh, yeah. Got a little Superwoman blues for you, yeah. Oh, yeah. For all the blues lovers out there. Oh, yeah. Said I'm my own superwoman. Let me show you how my powers go. Said I'm my own superwoman, yeah. Let me show you how my powers go. I ain't been doing all these things for nothing, baby. I got superpowers and I gotta go. One thing I wanna tell you about me, see, I gotta get it insomnia. I keep sharpening my tools. I ain't gonna stop, baby. Yeah, I got too much to lose. I'm my own superwoman. Yeah. Let me show you how my power goes. Superwoman, oh superwoman. I ain't been doing all these things for nothing, baby. I got superpowers and I gotta go.
All right, we are going to be having more music in just a few moments, and we're going to learn about Hargrove, which is the balcony we're on, the company, and the man who started it all is coming up in just a few minutes as we get ready for the big parade.
And of course, I'm with our favorite ice cream parlor, Cammie from Cammie's Old Dutch. We're going to show you some Mardi Gras favorites. Stick around. You will not want to miss this. Welcome back to our UTV 44 coverage of the Order of Polka Dots. I'm with Cammie from Cammie's Old Dutch. And Cammie, you guys are really our favorite ice cream parlor here along the Gulf Coast because you're homegrown and home operated. How many years have you guys been in business?
Old Dutch has been there since 1969, and then I celebrate 20 years March 3rd.
That's so exciting. And then we have some great flavors here to taste right now. Can we go ahead and bite into them? But I want to let our viewers know these are not flavors that are offered year-round. When can we get these and when do they expire, so to speak?
Okay, so the moon pie starts New Year's Day, because of course we drop the moon pie, I pick them up, make ice cream out of them. And then when the first parade rolls, and I count the one in Dolphin Island, that is when King Cake. And Fat Tuesday, it's over. I'm done with the moon pies by Fat Tuesday.
And Cammie, where are you guys located? Because a ton of our viewers are going to want to swing by and get ice cream because the weather is starting to warm up.
Yes, praise the Lord. It's on the corner of Old Shell in Florida.
And we're super super excited about this. How long does it take for you guys to come up with these flavors? Because these are all things that you create on your own.
Well, I'll just think about it, and then I'm like, well, let's just try that. So it takes about 12 minutes to make a batch, but we have to wait till the next day to taste it because it's got to freeze overnight.
And then with spring coming, what new flavors are you guys going to have on the market?
Well, in spring, we kind of keep what we've got, but then come summertime, our fresh peach ice cream and blueberry ice cream. Those are really big.
And peach always sells out. So let's go ahead now and try this king cake that I'm really excited about.
I'm going to give you some with the cake in it.
Oh, wow. I can really taste the king cake.
And this is salted caramel moon pie.
I love caramel. Thank you so much, Cami. I think the salted caramel is my favorite.
Yours? Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
if
doing
you
a
want
lot
to
of
taste,
people.
if you want to try it too, swing by Cami's Old Dutch. For now, I'm going to finish eating a couple cups of this ice cream, and I'm going to send it over to Darwin.
Thank you so much, Tara. I tell you, I've got this great beads here. It's brand new. In fact, not many people have these in town. These are the Hargrove. Crew of Hargrove. I guess that's what that is.
That's Crew of Hargrove, it sure is.
Ralph Hargrove, right here. He is the man of Hargrove, which is an engineering company, but I understand, now see, I've learned a lot since we were just talking.
Yeah.
We're on your balcony right here. You have several balconies downtown. But your firm does more than just engineering. You do it all from beginning to end. What does Hargrove do?
Well, what Hargrove does is we work with our clients, heavy industrial, retrofit and revamp. We can work from the conceptual phase to where they're trying to decide what they want to do, what they can do, and we can take it all the way through detail engineering, construction management, construction, and commissioning and startup. We can turnkey the project for them.
Beginning to end, heavy industrial size.
That's it. That's it.
And you may retrofit or you may do from scratch, right?
Yeah, well, that's called a greenfield. You see brownfield and retrofit and revamp more.
Okay. Especially along the coast, there's a lot of heavy industry down here.
It is. From Mobile all the way to Houston, it is pretty dense with opportunities.
You know, I was flying to Memphis to St. Jude the other day, and we went through Houston. And as we started flying into Houston, you don't see it from the ground, but there's so much heavy industry, and so many people are employed by those industries, and you guys are the ones that get those jobs going because they have a place to work. But you employ a lot of people, too.
We do. We have over 1,700 teammates. Mobile is our largest office. It's where it was founded in 1995. We really deploy our teammates in a very good manner. We reach our clients real quick. It's all about the tempo, the speed of how we connect with them.
You've also invested in downtown with your physical locations down here. There's a beautiful building that is, was that the Old Crest building?
It was the Old Crest building.
Yeah, that you converted on Royal Street that is just gorgeous. But where are we now? This used to be a TV station.
It was. It was the WALA building.
But not anymore.
No, it's not. It is the home of the Hargrove Controls and Automation building.
What does that mean?
That means that we go into our clients' facilities and we help the units talk to each other. It's how we program the unit to talk. We do panel fabrication and a lot of other technical activities here, but the controls and automation really drives how a unit produces product.
Okay, it keeps it going and
does.
It makes it efficient.
It does.
All right, now let's talk about what you did with this building, because you could have come in here and you could have just given it a coat of paint and partitioned it off. But what you did out here is you built a balcony that is almost half a block long because you were born and raised here in Mardi Gras.
I was.
So was that part of the reason why
I don't think I was
balcony?
born during Mardi Gras, but maybe Mardi Gras has something to do with it. But no, we have a culture at Hargrove. It's a team culture. It's the one team culture, and it's obviously paid off. We do the team concept. Matt Burton and his team has done a good job of coming into an old building that hadn't been for a while, and came in and retrofitted it into exactly what we needed, and now it just flows perfectly.
It's great. I had not been inside until today, and I was stunned by how great it looks and how you took that space and you utilized every inch of it. But then, like I said, you came out here. Of course, I'm a Mardi Gras fan, and I saw you putting this up. And it took a little while to build it because you built it right. And I was thinking, gosh, I would love to do our Mardi Gras coverage up there. So we really appreciate the fact that you've given us this perfect perch the best balcony in Mobile
Yeah.
to do our Mardi Gras coverage.
Well, no problem, but I will tell you that Mobile is our largest office out of 12 offices.
You have 12
1,700 teammates. Mobile brings a lot of industry and visitors, clients, and all to Mobile. Every night, the parades that we host, which is not all of them, but it's the major ones, we can have up to 500 RSVPs.
Wow.
Now, the capacity of the balcony here and the space here, in addition to Royal Street, we really have expanded that. So we make it our culture, which is giving back to the communities. And I think with a team effort with Mayor Stimpson's office, they have really worked well with us and other entities down here as well. It's not all about Hargrove. It's about everybody coming downtown and making it being what it once was and what it will be.
What it is now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about when I arrived here 30 years ago. It was pretty ragtag downtown,
Yeah.
but now it's a beautiful downtown, and you guys have added, invested to it, and we appreciate it. So I just want to thank you very much for allowing us to be
Thank
here
you. Thank
and doing
you.
what you do for
Happy
downtown
Mardi
Mobile.
Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras to you. All right, we're going to go over to the entertainment stage and the food area over on the other side of this big, long Hargrove balcony, where Tara's waiting right now.
Yes, I'm standing by with Jonesy Jones and the Crown Jewels once again. And Jonesy, you're really a diverse singer. You have a really diverse style. Tell us who else is in the Crown Jewels behind us.
Well, I have the pleasure of performing with Mr. G. Ozzy right here from Reconcile Records. Also, my cousin right here, Brandon Batten, and Paul Harris, my childhood friend. I call him the Lion King. I have Mr. Dave Webb from Atlanta, Georgia, and Mr. Vertus Lucas right there. We call him Mr. Miyagi. So,
And you guys are a really incredible group. How did the group all come together and fall into place?
Really, we started out, I started out with a different crew, and I asked for the loyal family type group, and it just fell in my hands. So I'm so grateful.
And we're grateful to have you here tonight. Let's go ahead and take it away once again, Jonesy.
I don't know what's gonna happen to you, baby, but I do know that I want you. Walk around this town with your head all up in the sky. You see, I do know that I want you. Come on, let's dance, let's shout,
Shout,
shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout,
shout,
shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout.
shout,
Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance. Let's shout.
shout.
Shake your body down to the ground. Hey. Let's take on the Mobile Mardi Gras, yeah? You know what? Hey, said I went on down to New Orleans, Little Liza Jane. Saw the prettiest folk I ever seen, Little Liza Jane. Then I came on back to Mobile, Little Liza Jane. Said the Mardi Gras started right here, Little Liza Jane. In the morning, oh, Little Liza Jane. In the evening, oh, Little Liza.
Little Liza,
Late in the midnight, oh yeah.
Liza Jane,
In the morning, oh, Little Liza.
Little Liza Jane. Here. Little Liza Jane. 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 Little Liza.
From the birthplace of Mardi Gras, right?
Yes.
We are live with the Polka Dots in downtown Mobile, kicking off the Mardi Gras season for 2018 right here on WJTC UTV 44 and also on mynbc15.com.
I'm glad that you mentioned the birthplace of Mardi Gras, Darwin,
Yeah,
because
sure, why not?
as we mentioned off the top of the show, the mayor of New Orleans, and of course our own mayor in Mobile right here, Sandy Stimson, had some fun on social media, but I'm glad that he's continued to remind both Louisiana dwellers as well as everyone along the Gulf Coast that Mobile is the OG. We're the original birthplace of the carnival season.
And that is not taking anything away from New Orleans.
No.
I mean, I certainly enjoy New Orleans as well, but this is Mobile. This is hometown. This is the way we do it, and the Polka Dots are kicking it off for us. We've got a big parade tonight. What is the theme tonight?
It's too much fun. And speaking of kicking it off, we have Baldwin County High School's Color Guard kicking off the Order of Polka Dots tonight. Super excited to get this show on the road. Our first parade of the 2018 Mardi Gras season right here on UTV 44.
And I think the important thing is when you start looking at who's involved in our parades, it is the community. I mean, it is people that you are rubbing elbows with every day. So this is as hometown as it gets right here. And Baldwin County, thank you for letting us borrow your color guards. I know you got a lot of parades both along the coast and on the eastern shore to celebrate. And actually every community along the Gulf Coast has some sort of Mardi Gras celebration because, once again, Mardi Gras belongs to everybody.
Absolutely. And even though it is a Thursday night and it's not a Friday night or a weekend, Mobile is expecting over 25,000 fans to line the streets, parade goers tonight.
That's right. And we don't have rain, thank goodness. Oh, by the way, this is Big Bertha, and she likes to kick off our parades, light in the sky, and letting everybody know that Mardi Gras is underway. Once again, a little history of that. It's a 1942 World War II anti-aircraft battery searchlight. It's a real deal. It was actually used during World War II.
Super exciting.
Sheriff's Fosse from the Sheriff's Mounted Patrol, and they always are adding a colorful bit of pageantry to the beginning of our parades. And kind of set the pace because the parade's not going any faster than these horses.
That's right. I don't know how I would feel about being behind these group of horses.
Ask
if you know what I'm saying.
Ask a band member because they got to keep marching. All right, here comes the theme wagons. A lot of different, some have theme floats, but the Polka Dots have a theme wagon. And there it is.
Too much
fun.
And we're getting things started with these mounted crew members.
These are the head marshal, Tommy Temple, one of those guys. I'm not sure who the other one is, but Tommy? Oh, Mark Baser. Okay, those are our head marshals right there.
Their masks prevented them from seeing up here, Darwin, because they didn't throw us anything. Not going to hold it against them, though.
All right, our first band right here is the Baker High School Marching Band. Let's listen. For the song there, but they're looking good tonight. Hopefully we'll hear a little bit of them. They'll still got a second or two. Well, they got the percussion section. They're sounding good tonight.
Yes, and you know, a lot of these bands march in more than one parade. So you talk about getting your exercise in. I know a lot of us for January, our New Year's resolution to lose weight. Why don't you join a band? One of these high school bands. Just be a chaperone. You'll definitely lose the weight.
I believe it. Oh, it's a long haul. Some of these parade routes are very long. Okay, we're getting now to the emblem float. Oh, there we go with the band. Emblem float here. This, of course, is the Order of Polka Dots. This is their emblem, and this is Pegasus, I guess I should say, the winged horse, and the queen at the top of the rainbow in her fine chariot.
I love it.
So you're doing your little wave up here.
Yes.
All right.
I'm waving to the women. We'll see. You know, there's a saying, you throw like a girl. But
I have been hit hard by some of those
that's
girls.
what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Even the women in this Order of Polka Dots crew can make it all the way up to the balcony. We have Baker Marching Band once again, and we have their color guard.
High School Marching Band. You know what they did? They split up in two.
Yes.
Because they've got a really, really big band. So
Right.
we're hearing the second half. And that's, of course, what's that song? It's Second Line. Yeah.
So it makes
we
sense.
should have had our little hankies out, waving them in the air in a real second line.
Yes,
Sounds-
we've covered Baker multiple times on UTV 44, of course, with Game of the Week, with the Baker Hornets.
Hornets? Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard to
The
keep
football
up.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a great band. So that band enjoying the a straight line march instead of a football field routine. That's a big job. Okay.
Once again, of course, we're right here at Hargrove, and I honestly love this location.
Isn't it nice?
Because there's so much space, and you talk about parking. The parking was phenomenal. Everyone could have two spaces if they wanted to.
Yeah, it's really good. It's for their employees. And I was talking with Ralph Hargrove, in case you just joined us for our coverage. This is a big company. They do design, turnkey operations from scratch or retrofitting of big industrial plants. And they're based in Mobile. They got 12 offices. This is their biggest. They employ about 500 people here in Mobile. And this is one of their buildings, their newest building. And we've got the balcony.
Yes.
It's a brand new balcony. You saw it being built across from Government Plaza. It is the best location to watch a Mardi Gras parade, and we're on it, and you are too.
Yes, and for someone who loves design, just the building itself is actually gorgeous to look at.
What they've done with the interior is amazing, and
Yes.
this balcony is built to last, let me tell you. All right.
Back to the parade.
Our first float in the theme of Too Much Fun is
Born in the USA.
Cue Bruce
Oh,
Springsteen.
wow. And we've got our
man.
first throw. Darwin snagged it.
I caught a happy face rubber ball, and she threw it right to me.
She did.
All
oh,
right.
we've got a handful of beads. You know, you said that you didn't need a helmet earlier in this show because you had great reflexes, and you're
Did I
proving
say
your
that?
point here. Yeah.
Did I say that?
You said if you have great reflexes, you don't need a
Oh,
helmet.
I said that's true. I didn't say I had them. I said if you have them.
well, you
I-
may have them.
I could.
You're
I could
one
dodge.
for one tonight.
I was good at dodgeball.
Well, we're on to our next marching band, BC Rain High School's marching band. Let's take a listen.
From down on the DIP, Dolphin Island Parkway, near the Dolphin Island Parkway Bridge, down there on the Dog River Bridge, really. It's where BC Rain's located. Glad to have him come up to the GOV, Government Street, and
Yes.
enjoy Mardi Gras with us. Sounded good tonight, too. by
Of
the
course,
way.
this is the Order of Polka Dots. A little history. It actually started with just 20 women back in 1949. Their first parade ball followed an early carnival in 1950. And as we were mentioning before, they were actually the first female group to parade here in Mobile, which is extremely interesting. And they sort of helped pave the way and start something in
Yeah.
terms of female crews here.
Yeah, because we have quite a few female crews, and now we've got men and women that parade together now. So Mardi Gras just keeps getting bigger and better and more diversified, and we love that.
Yes, we do. And I want to talk about the floats as well, how well they are designed, the detail. I mean, it takes a full 12 months to come up with these. And speaking of, we have our next float, Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the outfits.
Let's raise the skull and crossbones and go full speed ahead to greet the jubilant Lady Pirates in black and silver Buccaneer costumes. They rock the ship as they celebrate their latest victory. Waves crash as well as beads over the vessel's side, while the sandy ocean bottom holds a prized treasure chest brimming with gold and silver coins. Precious jewels, purple, yellow, and aqua complement the massive vessel. Boy, that looks nice.
Yes. And one of our favorites here in Mobile and along the Gulf Coast, the Excelsior Band. I love these guys.
Excelsior. They've been around since, you know, I always forget 18-something because it's always on the Tuba's cover, and I
Right
can't
when
see
you
it
were
from
born,
here.
right, Darwin?
It was just, I think about a month after I was born,
Okay.
making me a little bit older than Excelsior.
Well, now, speaking of girls just want to have fun, are you ready for Girls Night Out? Because it's time to party. This unit promises a fantastic time for the ladies. Maskers attired in glamorous boudreaux dresses and evening pants, ensembled and ready for some action. Whoa, that's a little PG-13 there.
Yeah, you know, I just appreciate the narratives that they've given us because they're writing them from the heart.
There was also a Chippendale dancer.
I noticed that on the front.
of that
Yeah,
float.
I was thinking, boy, he must be cold.
Oh,
It is all, you know what? It's really a pleasant night for a parade, though, isn't it?
it sure is. Baldwin County High School sure thinks so. Their band, at least, they're here.
What a great look. They got great uniforms. This is really, really a good-looking band. Let's listen. I just realized I haven't been taking any pictures. I don't know what I'm going to post after this is over, but I hope you guys are at home enjoying
All right.
this. Okay, now we got another float here. What is more fun for Milady than to shop till you drop? Oh, you and Kelly Foster love this one.
This is my float, Darwin.
Breakfast at Tiffany's own Audrey Hepburn leads the shopaholics in the front there. Riding the front of Unit 5, Miss Hepburn is dressed in her smart black dress, her hats and her gloves. A jewelry store facade forms the upper deck while boxes tied in ribbons are featured on the back. Packages in diamond-encrusted jewelry shine from the sides, and shoppers in chic outfits trimmed in ruffles and shiny black sequins gives a whole new meaning to the command, charge.
I don't know if you saw that giant rock, the diamond ring hanging off the side of that float. But
What?
diamonds really are a girl's best friend, Darwin.
So I've heard.
Which brings us to our next band, and I love all the high school marching bands that participate. It's really fun in the parade. Here's Theodore High School's marching band.
Doing a little dance on down the street too. So they're a little sidestepping there as the parade comes to a little slow down right now. Looks like we've stopped down the street a little bit.
Which gives us enough time to go and pick up all the moon pies that have fallen on the floor to make some of that salted caramel moon pie ice cream at Jamie's Old Dutch.
Ooh, excellent. That sounds good. Oh, by the way, once again, thanks to Hargrove for allowing us to be at 208 Government Street. This is their downtown Government Street location. A lot of their control services are located in here. Ralph told me about what they all do in here. Of course, I've forgotten it immediately. But nonetheless, I guess the big thing is, and here's a balcony, a shot of our balcony right there. That's a nice looking balcony.
Yeah.
But it's just such a beautiful location down here. We thank them so much for letting us be here. They're our big sponsors tonight and the next 2 weeks.
And
All
then,
right.
of course, what a better way to have fun than Mardi Gras in Mobile, which is our next float.
Too much fun.
Man, they're throwing a lot of stuffed animals off this one. A lovely lady jester rides the front of this float and is accompanied by more partygoers wearing green and yellow dresses. They were very vibrant. Their outfits feature purple, green, and gold collars. An ornate wrought iron balcony decorates the upper deck, and comedy and tragedy masks adorn the rear of the float. And I really do love all the wrought iron that you see in downtown Mobile. So really sticking true to the name of the float, Mardi Gras in Mobile.
Davidson High School Marching Band. Davidson High School, of course, our neighbors at NBC 15, because we're on Azalea Road, and so are they just down the street from us. And we're so glad to see them here. Oh, just seeing one of the band members say, anybody need any water here? Yeah, you can't do it without mom and dad, really. Oh, they've got, okay, now that's cool. I guess all the bands have that. I don't know. When I was in band, we didn't have somebody walking around with a cooler behind us. I wish we had.
Speaking of Davidson, last year we actually talked about one of their students scoring a perfect score on the ACT.
That's right.
Of 36.
It's impressive. All right, more fun. Too much fun. It continues, and this is the next float here. It says, next to rumble into sight is a mighty 69 Mustang. Imagine cruising around town in this classic red American Beauty. Maskers dressed as hippies in their groovy floral mini dresses and boots or fringed tops. Oh, they can throw too. Yes.
Yes.
We love it. We love
pies.
it. Maskers all ready to don their pedal pushers and hop aboard for your trip to the Woodstock Music Festival. They got guitars and flowers and hearts and peace signs, sunglasses. It's flashback time for the Order of Polka Dots tonight.
And we have some more mounted marshals here. We have Steve DeForest and Ron Allen, just making sure everything's A-okay.
Yeah, absolutely, and some of the folks from the Sheriff's Department sprinkled in there as well. All right, and we got more music here. Doing a little, well, it's the second line too. Mary G. Montgomery High School Marching Band. Let's listen. They got Mardi Gras in their mind.
It is really impressive what the color guard can do. During the halftime of a football game, that was like my favorite part of the game growing up, was getting to watch them perform at halftime.
You must have sent out a memo about what color to wear, because you definitely dressed for Mary G. Montgomery tonight. You know, one of the cool things about Mary G. Montgomery, and I didn't get to do it this year, but and I don't know if they did it this year, but they'll go out with the Conde Cavaliers and travel along before their parade. And they'll get out there and visit a lot of the senior centers, and they'll go by Augusta Evans School, and they'll visit people that can't get to Mardi Gras. They bring Mardi Gras to them. The Conde Cavaliers, they do that, and of course their parade was last Friday. They needed a shout out because those guys and this band do an amazing job.
Their band up. They just left it in one long
It's easier to handle. It's hard enough to herd cats anyway. If you split the group up, it's even harder.
They have their little water cooler area as well.
Waving at us. You know, you got to give a shout out to the parents.
Oh, yes.
You know, you really do. Oh, look at this. Coming up in just a second. I want to talk about something associated with this float, and I'll tell you what it is when it comes into view. I don't want to give it away just yet, but there's a very special event I'll be involved with involving the theme of this next float. Too Much Fun, of course, is the theme of the parade, and the float you're about to see is this one. It's all about chocolate lovers. Welcome Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Lovers. Float number 8, Violet Beauregard, swells up like a big purple balloon in front of the unit. If you remember the story, the winning golden admission ticket is waiting to be grabbed up for entry into the factory. Chocolate lovers riding their floats in bright wigs, hot pink tops, white circle skirts, or hot pink tops and white shorts with suspenders with a rainbow of colors. Many confection treats stir the appetite. There's a big chocolate festival that is coming up right after Mardi Gras. I'll be telling you more about it. I'm involved in it, and of course it benefits Penelope House. So we're going to be talking about chocolate a lot in the next couple of weeks. Chickasaw High School Marching Band. They are the chieftains. You can tell they got the chief on their drums and their flags.
And they have probably the smartest parents. They went and got a golf cart, so they don't even have to push the coolers.
Right. You know, that's using the old bean right there. And a Chickasaw police car also following up, making sure the kids are okay. That's a nice little touch, isn't it? Chickasaw well represented tonight. Of course, too much fun with the number 2. Is the theme of this year's floats and this year's Polka Dots Parade. By the way, we are located once again on Hargrove's brand new balcony. It's across the street from the Admiral, which is a brand new Curio Hilton Hotel. It's been here a while, but it's amazing what they've done with it. And we watched this crowd grow, Tara, over the last 30 minutes.
Yes.
It just kept growing. I think a lot of people have come down the street from the...
They want to double dip.
They are double dipping.
In terms of throws. And speaking of chocolate, you know, atop the Admiral, they have their own honey.
Yeah,
Honey
they
bees.
do. They do. They have their own hives up there.
Yeah. Wonder if any of the bees are taking part in this. Which brings us to our next float, the rodeo. Galloping into the view is next, Unit 9, Rodeo. Excitement fills the air as cowgirls get ready for competition. Whether it's barrel racing, bull or bronco riding, or different skills, these pretty ladies are ready for action in their teal and Tiffany blue dresses. With rhythmic stomping of boots and waving their 10-gallon hats, these polka dots are ready for action as they look down into the bull ring from the large grandstand at the rear of the unit. Speaking of 10-gallon hats, you have a unique hat that you're donning tonight as well, Darwin.
Oh, yeah, I'm going
Where'd
to
you
show
get
you a
that
whole
from?
bunch of hats. Yeah, my hats are from Teresa Tarleton. She makes them every year for me, and you're going to be seeing them all
We love
season
them.
long.
They're
Central Iowa
gorgeous.
High School Marching Band right now. Let's listen. We're going to see a sneak peek of our next float. You see the name there, Southern Bells.
Yes. Of course, in Mobile, we have the Azalea Trail Maids. In Baldwin County, it's the Dogwood Trail Maids. Did you know I was a Dogwood Trail Maid, Darwin?
You were a Dogwood Trail Maid.
I was a Dogwood Trail Maid in 2009. We recently had the pageant.
Then you must love this float.
I do. Taking me back.
Well, it's a beautiful maiden standing in front of an antebellum home awaiting your visit. Large magnolia trees forming a canopy over the Bellingrath Gardens waterfall grotto. You can see it there. Mums and azaleas covering the landscape. Southern Bells in a lovely lavender ruffled dress. Wide brim hats and modest pantaloons because you come closer to enjoying beauty and tranquility in the beautiful, beautiful South and the Azalea Trail Maze.
I have a pair of pantaloons, Darwin.
Do you ever wear them?
When I was on the Dogwood Trail Maid court, I did.
I guess you just hung them up now.
They stay in my closet in that drawer that I never opened.
But you know they're there. Viger High School Marching Band. You know, they went for comfort tonight. They got some really cool matching, I guess those are just
green
kind of
outfits.
jogging suit kind of things. That's smart.
Which conveniently is with the Mardi Gras colors. We did a story recently where purple and gold were the official colors for Mardi Gras here in Mobile. And New Orleans was actually the town that made green a part of the Mardi Gras colors. Threw in green with the purple and the yellow. And so now that's kind of encompassed a lot of Mardi Gras.
And if you look at the location on the screen there, you can see we do our little titles down there in purple and gold because those are Mobile's colors for Mardi Gras. Hargrove, once again, thank you for allowing us to be on this fabulous balcony that you just built for us. We know you did.
And they even gave us customized beads.
Yeah.
The crew of Hargrove. We're so thankful. Speaking of crew, let's go cruising with this next float, because what's better to do on a Sunday afternoon than cruise?
That's
a
right.
lovely officer welcomes you aboard the upper deck of the USS Polka Dot. With ice-cold beer in a tub awaiting you, it promises to be a good time. Laissez-les bon temps rouler. A large anchor is featured on the rear of the float. Playful dolphins swim alongside of the vessel, and sailors in royal blue with white sequin trim and hot pink guarantee you a trip you will never forget.
That sounds good to me. Mobile's Olympia Brass Band. Oh, with the sad clown who's really happy to be here.
That's a familiar face. We'll see him a couple of times
Couple?
through the Mardi Gras season.
I think we'll see him a lot. He's a reoccurring character, as they say. But no, they're our brass bands. We love them, love them, love them. They're wonderful. And some more of our fans. Yes, hey, how are you doing? Oh, she says 3. I'm not quite sure what that meant, but I think it means she's having a good time.
This next float is a little bit of a sore spot for me, being a Georgia fan, Darwin.
Roll Tide and War Eagle. It comes but once a year, but is hashed and rehashed all year long. The top state rivalry championship, of course, the Iron Bowl, considered the Alabama Olympics. It just doesn't get any better than this. Float number 12 featuring a giant football splitting the goalpost. Big Al and Albie wrestle in another football in the upper center. The ever-famous houndstooth hat and the number 1 crimson foam finger tell you of their repeated claims to success. So a little bit of too much fun at the Iron Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Well,
The Polka Dots should have invited Tua to come and throw stuff. Him and Stidham.
that would have been a good idea.
Everyone would have been flocking towards that float.
You should suggest that. You should be an organizer for Mardi Gras parades. You really should. You probably would do a great Mardi Gras parade. By the way, this is Blunt High School Marching Band. Let's listen to them. Boy, they sound powerful.
Yes.
You know, I just got a message from Penelope House. Say, thanks for the Mobile Chocolate Festival plug. March 3rd at the grounds. They even sent a little poster there, so I'd read that, and I did. So, yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll be there, and I hope you will be, too. Chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate, right?
Yeah. And, of course, what a great cause.
Absolutely.
We love the Penelope House.
Penelope House helping protect women who are in domestic situations, so we want to support them. All right, as the parade continues, our next float. Farming. Is that too much fun?
Farming isn't all work. There is hunting, fishing, swimming in the creek, and square dancing. Float number 13, Down on the Farm, sends greetings to parade goers via a pretty red-headed farm girl who holds a precious piglet in one hand and a pitchfork in the other. Rows of sweet corn run down the center of the unit. Chickens peck about the lower deck, which also features more corn, hay bales, and a big red barn.
Looks like a big hee-haw set.
I know. You know, I actually went to Gatlinburg to see Hee Haw.
Oh, they've got a
They
venue
have the
there
dinner
now.
and a show type venue.
Oh,
yes.
fun.
Yes.
Well, now we brought hee-haw to you tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, a little down on the farm there. Satsuma High School Marching Band looking good tonight. I think they just finished playing. Maybe they'll hit us with a little song here because of we might get something. If not, maybe they'll be making another appearance.
Look at that mask. I need to
before it's
borrow
over.
that.
That is a great idea. You know, then think about allowing them to actually wear masks. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can hear. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get them. We'll get. Whoa.
Whoa. Well,
Yeah.
I'm excited
That's
about this.
that's
This looks like my
inappropriate-
kind of float,
Yeah,
darling.
I like. Oh, you're
Let's jump
Kelly
aboard.
Foster. Jeez. Okay.
It's on the pontoon. The float is overflowing with partygoers dressed in their aqua blue and vibrant orange beachwear. A massive, and massive is an understatement, margarita dominates the front of the boat. An abundance of hors d'oeuvres are featured on the apron while a bikini-clad lass surveys the seas from the unit's rear because it's party time for sure.
You reckon? Oh, that looks great. And what a beautiful job they did on the on the artwork. That's a really beautiful float. But that margarita, yeah, that looks nice.
I don't know if you can tell from the outfit that I'm wearing tonight, Darwin, all the silver sequin, but I love the glitz and glam.
You
on
like the
all,
sparkle, don't you?
I love the sparkle.
That's okay. You're at the right place.
I am.
Mardi Gras is all about sparkle. The Mighty Marching Cougars is a city-sponsored band. They're getting ready to play for us now. They have to audition to get in this band, so let's hear them. Mighty Marching Cougars. They sound good. Boy, when they hit that note, they blew us away up here on the balcony. That sounded really good. Oh, look at that. That's a nice mask. Boy, I'll tell you what, you get some beautiful masks. If you have a chance to go by the way, Toomey supplies our Mardi Gras costumes that our Crew de la 15 wears, Fat Tuesday, and they got some beautiful masks in there. You got to go check it out. This is our last float, everybody. Too much fun at the fair. What comes but once a year? Its lights and sounds can be seen and heard from miles away, and the aroma of funnel cakes drawing you in. It's fun at the fair. No matter how you look at it, there are plenty of activities, from the red Ferris wheel spinning in the front of the float to the massive roller coasters towering. They can throw towering over the center deck. Oh my gosh, they saved the best for last. The candied apples, corn dogs, and flying moon pies at my face. Cotton candy. Oh, man. Ladies clad in red and white polka dots and white sequin trim. That's fantastic. Great job.
And we have Chico.
Oh, you got to have Chico. Come on now. Hey, Chico.
He's got the pink high-top Converse. That guy's got style on the
I
drums.
tell you what, you say Chico in town, and they know who you're talking about because he is in the parade. He's on the route. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first Mardi Gras parade of 2018 in downtown Mobile that we have had on the air, because there have been a few others, but the first one that we've had on the air is over. The Order of Polka Dots have had too much fun tonight,
Yes.
and our fun isn't over.
You're right. They really set the bar high. They did not disappoint. I'm so excited about the rest
We're just getting
of our Mardi
started.
Gras coverage.
It's
I know.
crazy. Oh, we got more to go tonight, so hang in there. Some ice cream
And cake.
and
Ice
a little
cream and cake.
and a little fun music with Jonesy Jones and the Crowns. We're coming up in just a second, so stick with us. We got more to come. Mardi Gras 2018 in downtown Mobile on UTV 44 and MyNBC15.com.
Coverage, of course, with Jonesy Jones, the Crown Jewels. Really quickly, what'd you think of the first parade for UTV 44's coverage of Mardi Gras?
I love it. So awesome. Love Mobile. Love UTV 44.
And we love you, Jonesy. Take it away.
Come on. Crown Jewels fans. Make sure you're following us on YouTube, Jonesy Jones Music. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Your support is all we need, baby. Original music. Right here, Mobile. Hey, I said, now you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know who you're choosing. And you gotta know when to tune in to what's going on. But check this out. You know what? Hey, if you really wanna party with me, put all your hands straight, buck wallin' in a place to be. Crown Jewels band reppin' LIP. If you really wanna party with me, put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck
And
wallin'
we're
in a
back at the food portion of the balcony with Cami from Cami Home Dutch. And I told you, Darwin, earlier that my favorite ice cream was the salted caramel moon pie.
I gotta try
You're gonna try both of them.
By the way, I just want you to know I can't hear a word you're saying.
But he can eat.
He can't hear, but he can eat the ice
Is that
cream.
good?
So you enjoyed it.
That's brand new, right? I mean, I haven't tasted that before.
I never brought it down here before, so yeah. And then here's your king cake. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. That is delicious. All right, we're going to have to go.
And we're looking forward to more of the ice cream.
I'm looking
We're
forward
also
to-
looking forward to tonight's coverage of the Order of Inca with myself and Darwin kicking
we're gonna
off
be back
at
tomorrow night?
6:30. Yeah, we're going to be back tomorrow night.
Oh, my
Did you
God,
forget?
we'll do tomorrow night. We'll have more ice cream. All right. So glad you're with us tonight. Jonesy, thank you for being with us. And thank you for being with us on UTV 44.
And we're excited to see what kind of hat Darwin's going to be wearing for Order of Inca. Maybe more than one.
Tomorrow night, 6:30, right here.